The Call of Duty franchise is undoubtedly one of the most popular video game series of all time, but with every new release you'll see more and more people talk bad about the game and less people defending it. So let's take a look at why so many people have quit playing Call of Duty or drifted away to play other games. I think a key point we should get out of the way, which is pretty obvious, is that every single year we get a new game. So we hop on, we play it, and there's people who are like, oh, this is just a remaster, I bought this game 5-10 years ago. And then you also have people who are complaining about everything that's new and they just want the old feeling of Call of Duty back. And this brings a issue of nostalgia. A lot of people want the old feeling of COD back. They want those old maps, they want the old zombies map, old zombies gameplay, pretty much everything that was in the older Call of Duties. So you have the community divided into two parts, the people who are tired of copy and paste, and the people when they bring out new content, they just want the old one back. And as I'm sharing some gameplay of Black Ops 7 with you guys, it does feel like a mix of a bunch of different Call of Duties such as BO2, BO3, and even some Infinite Warfare. So if done correctly, mixing elements from different Call of Duty games into the new one is not a bad thing. However, there are much bigger issues with Call of Duty that I want to get into. One of those issues being skill-based matchmaking, as it's been atrocious in the Black Ops 7 beta. Like bro, this is testing out the game, just checking it out, but every single lobby I have to sweat like it's a CDL final. Now at its core, skill-based matchmaking is supposed to make it so you play against players of your skill level. So basically new players play against new players with average players, and then sweats with other sweats. This is something that older Call of Duty games never had, so some games you'd be absolutely dominating the lobby, in the next game you'd get absolutely stomped on, or it'd actually be a fair competition where you have some good players, bad players, and average players on each team. Other games that have skill-based matchmaking but are better at it is Battlefield 6, for example. The Battlefield 6 skill-based matchmaking prioritizes factors like ping, player location, and server availability, with skill being a much lower priority, compared to Call of Duty's where it's kills, deaths, and kill-death ratio, so all in a competitive standpoint. Let's move on from skill-based matchmaking and take a look at another issue, which are the microtransactions, which you'll find everywhere. Back in the day, you'd load up Call of Duty and the menu is there. Simple. Campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. But now, every time I open up Call of Duty, it feels like I'm watching a commercial. There is just so much happening on my screen. Buy the Battle Pass for only $20 or pre-order the Vault Edition of Black Ops 7 for $120. And let's not forget, guys, you've all paid $80 to play this game, and yet you're still getting basically ads on your screen. And don't get me wrong, there was microtransactions in the older Call of Duties, but they did it much better. For example, you could buy old camos on like BO2 for, I think it was like what, no more than $5? But now it's just absurd how expensive things are in the store. When Warzone brought the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab, each single turtle you had to pay 2,400 COD points, I'm pretty sure, for literally changing the color of their bandana. Sorry guys, getting a little too ahead of myself, but yeah, people don't like playing inside of a store. That's the best way I can put it. Something I really wanted to talk about as well is Warzone. A lot of people debate that Warzone's what killed Call of Duty, so let's look at a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, Warzone when it first launched didn't kill Call of Duty. In fact, it really helped boost numbers. Modern Warfare 2019 wasn't doing so great when it first came out. However, when Warzone came out on March 10th, 2020, we saw millions and millions of people hop on. And then we saw it slowly, steadily decline over the years. I did a full video on Warzone as well, so I won't be diving too much into it. If you want to check that video out, it's going to be linked in the description. But going back to that argument that Warzone killed Call of Duty is that Warzone quickly became Activision's main moneymaker. So obviously, this is going to affect the attention towards multiplayer and zombies. An example of this was MW3 Zombies. Like, it literally was you playing zombies on a Warzone map. Not to mention, every single Call of Duty title was getting merged into Warzone, so it just created ultimate chaos and huge file sizes where people just deleted the game. I can't believe I forgot to mention this up until now, but let's talk about cheaters. My god, it's been a pain dealing with cheaters in the last few years using aimbot, wall hacks, pretty much everything you can think of. And they released Ricochet Anti-Cheat, and guess what it did? Absolutely nothing. They even said for the Black Ops 7 beta, you'll need 2 security features in place to play, and I'm still seeing clips of people running into cheaters pretty frequently. And it's really frustrating that their response to cheaters is just releasing more and more bundles and microtransactions in the stores to get your attention away from the cheaters. Oh, you just got hacked on? Well, answer the survey. How much fun did you have playing? And don't forget to buy our $20 anime bundles. I also want to talk about the identity of Call of Duty. They just don't really seem consistent. You don't know what to expect. One year it's boots on the ground, the next it's Omni movement, and then 2 years later, jetpacks. That's also a contributing factor as to why people are leaving. There's no consistency, as I'd say. Most of the community prefers boots on the ground. Something else that further removes the identity of Call of Duty but isn't a huge deal is the fact that there's so many collabs and dumb skins in the game. And that's not what Call of Duty was originally. It was soldiers fighting on a battlefield, not Nicki Minaj shooting Snoop Dogg while Beavis Head comes in third parties. But they just keep making money off it. I can't tell you how many people I've run into that buy these skins, so they just won't stop, guys. It's a cycle at this point. So combining all of these issues I stated, it really just shows why so many people have different reasons for leaving the game, and it's not just nostalgia based. Now, me personally, I still play Call of Duty pretty much daily as I have fun still playing with my buddies and just making videos for you guys. It's fun for me. But I feel it's important to talk about Call of Duty and the issues it has, and hopefully we can get some response in the near future, but it just doesn't really seem like it. I'd love to hear from you guys. Anything you want to add on to my conversation about the struggles of Call of Duty, please let me know down in the comments. And if you went on to enjoy this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing so you can be part of that road to 2K. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.